stunt people's stunt men and women's website aren't like the pinnacle of web design.
No,
I mean, you don't hear much about them.
no.
So I thought it'd be really interesting just to check out a few of them and give a little bit of a website review on some of them.
Some
And
competition.
maybe Nigel will actually learn something from us today. Okay, so the first one, Stunt Park.
Stunt Park.
Stunt
Oh,
Park.
it's like a show, is it?
No, Stunt Park is in Queensland.
Oh, okay.
It's
No, it's,
is it?
well, it's
It looks like they're performing live. Or
yeah.
something.
I mean, it's they are performers. They
Yeah.
they do stunt training.
Yeah, Stunt Park's
Um,
in Queensland. That guy's called. Yeah, I know who runs it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. And obviously using video as a bit of a draw card.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can
Setting
actually
people on fire. It's a good way to get people's attention, I suppose.
phone these guys and get trained up to be a stunt guy. I think Nige going, not sure if that's going to happen. But from a website perspective, straight away, Stunt Park, you don't really know. See, we're just guessing.
No,
We're just guessing what these guys. I think
You guys can inform me. I think that you tell me right. If somebody looks on your website, you've got basically a little window for
Yes.
them to
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Absolutely.
Right. So this guy's opened up with it, probably the hardest, not the hardest, but the most spectacular stunt that's been fire.
Yep.
So they've thought about it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and they've got little guys going, yeah, I want to be set on fire. Let's open this scene up. Let's open this website up.
Yeah, but
I get
Wayne
it.
Wayne actually thought it was a show, so
Yeah.
he thought they were these guys
Yeah.
were show performers. Then
Yeah.
so not.
Well, it just looks like they're on a stage. Obviously, this might have been part of something they've already done, but I'm thinking because it says Stunt Park, I'm going, okay, so what are these guys putting on stunt performances?
Yeah.
Or are they training people, or are they just stunt people
Well,
that are?
it's made questions in your mind, hasn't it?
Mm.
So it's really, I mean,
You just don't know,
you don't know.
they probably-
and there's no context to this video as well. You don't.
Exactly.
There's no text to it.
So it makes you click on it. Okay, what do they do?
Oh, does it though?
Well,
Yeah.
does it? I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but you guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm-
this is for you guys. What does it make you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I don't mind. I don't mind vision too, as you open a website, but I'm not a big fan of repetitiveness. So I think
Yeah.
if you're going to do vision, it would be good to slide away to different things and more variation. But at the moment, I'm not sure what these guys do. So
I mean,
I'm going to have to
depends
either go walking and looking on
I'd
this
say
site.
what you've done is gone stunts and websites and lots of stuff, and you've gone, okay, these ones have probably been up top of the list, but it doesn't give you the area you're looking at. I mean, you might be looking at employing somebody, you might be looking at training
Yes.
somebody. So
Yeah.
it's not quite accurate.
No. You gotta go
So
looking.
just so you know, I mean, 60 to 80% of all traffic for your particular
Mm.
keyword
Mhm.
comes through the top three ranks. So if you pop in 1, 2, or 3 of Google,
Yeah.
you're 60 to 80% going to get most of that traffic.
And it depends on how much you pay. Is that right?
No,
On the list?
no, that's organic.
Okay.
People tend to prefer organic results than paid results.
Mm-hmm.
But when they land on your website, you've got
But you've
8
got
seconds.
ads, haven't you?
You do have ads,
Yeah.
yeah. But when they land on your website, you've got to obviously show a few things. You've got to show trust. You've got to show engagement. You've got to give a great first impression. You've got to let people know and identify with themselves on the
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, so for me, evolving as a stunt guy involves technology. So part of that is promoting myself.
Yep.
And I'm at the moment now changing my website, trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I didn't actually visit your website. Actually.
No.
I'm just developing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
You're doing it yourself?
Well, I've got my. No, I'd like somebody to do it. Look, I've got my show reel, and now because I'm a stunt coordinator, I have to have, like when I go to producers, this is my,
Yes.
this is what I
Yep.
can do.
Yep.
So I want to be cutting edge,
Yeah.
and so I'm aware of that first 8 seconds.
Hmm.
So how can you get the people to look at your,
Yeah.
your site to go to the next level?
And
Absolutely.
So I'm really into that.
Yep.
It's really important for me.
And you know the way you do that?
No.
Because obviously your audience is obviously going to be potential employers, potential people who are actually
Exactly.
going to, So you need a credibility, what we call a credibility slider of, because every movie is branded and everyone recognizes the brands of the movies. So having a credibility slider of all the logos of your movies above the fold. So do you know the fold? The fold is obviously this top area here.
Yes.
Yeah. Having that as one of the critical ways you're going to engage your audience, because your audience is going to be looking for that.
Yeah, they're going to see the movies you've worked on.
Absolutely.
And that's the catch. That's the official.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're talking about user experience, and that's what we specialize in at Burning Fruit, user experience is all about engaging your audience and making sure you tick all the emotional goals.
Yep.
And ticking all their practical goals. So when they look for a Stuntman website, they've got some preconceived ideas in their minds as to what they expect to see.
Sure.
And what you want to do is satisfy those, because they'll stay on your website longer. They'll say, "Oh, these goals have been satisfied. I'm going to see if I can satisfy some more." Like, what are his rates, or how long has he been doing it, and does he do car stunts, and does he jump off high dive cliffs, and does he set himself on fire? So there's a number of little, what we call a user journey. So and a lot of tradies, for example, they say contact me on every single panel. But you got to understand the mindset of the person who's taking the journey. You got the first panel. If you got your logo slider, if you got the matrix there, you want to be able to link to a page specifically about your role on the matrix, what they were looking for, what stunts you did, and were they happy with your work, and then having a little bit of a show reel of the matrix, and doing that for every single page. Absolutely. And then having a little bio on the homepage, like a short bio about yourself. I'm talking about how long you've been doing it, how you got into it.
And create emotion.
Getting to know the person. Other things that you do on a particularly hard stunt could be a case study on your homepage, so they can see what your capability is.
So I personally know some stunt guys that aren't very good, but their web page looks magnificent. But that only can get you so far.
Well, if they're not very good, then possibly they might get found out and then might not get hired.
Especially we're lucky because we've got a small industry. And the word gets around. But I mean, somebody who sells, carpets or wherever it might be, the website is everything, because they don't know you yet. They see the website.
That's right. So coming back to this website, does it do the job? Does it encourage me, if I want to be a particular stunt, if I want to train to be a stunt person, does it do what it's supposed to do?
Or if I'm looking for a stunt person?
Well, it
definitely gets your attention. Does it give me enough information? If I'm rushed for time, will I move on?
What are they trying to achieve here? I mean, they're trying to achieve fire burns. What are they trying to sell?
Exactly right. That's my problem with it. I have to go delving to find out.
What do you see, Steve?
I don't see a call to action. I'll tell you that. I don't know where to go from here.
Exactly.
I would. Call to action is really important. Action adventure for everyone. I don't really understand what they're trying to achieve there as well. With a heading, there should be some subtext to put that into context.
Quite repetitive.
It is. But I need a link or a button to take me somewhere.
There's no contact.
No, not. Well, a click here, but it's not going to the contact page. It's to something which is relevant to my journey.
Sure.
So I'll scroll down, and you got Stunt Park.
They've already lost you.
They've already lost me. Absolutely, they have.
If I've got time to browse, then I'll look through. But if I was looking for quick information, I might have just moved on.
That's right. I mean, this is the hero panel here, where you got all those things, but they haven't actually embellished any of these titles. So weekly training, you need some sort of leading text for people to actually click on there. And you know what? I can't actually click on there.
No, they're not clickable.
They're not clickable.
So they are
clickable. They are clickable.
We're really wasting Stunt Park.
Stunt Park aren't great. I mean, it doesn't look like they're clickable at all.
So they should have hired you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, this panel here needs to replace this panel here.
Move it up.
You've got to move it up, because the earlier in the piece what we do is heat map. all our websites, so we can see how far people actually scroll down, and it gets darker
Wow.
as you go down
Yeah,
the page.
yeah.
So putting the real critical information where you got stuff for kids, stuff for adults, corporate parties, you want to move that straight up the page, and you want it to encroach on the header panel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, a lot of people, we do studies with real people as well, and a lot of people who would stop scrolling right at this point because they don't know that there's anything below.
What's going on?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's going
Exactly.
on fire. It's on set on fire.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Action experiences, which is pretty, it's pretty cool. Stunt training, but there's very little design, and very little engagement.
It's interesting. It's a whole new industry.
I mean, between these two, these are two separate subjects, here and here, and they should be set in separate panels. If they're their best sellers, they need to be in separate panels, and they need to be designed. So it's just all black.
Yep.
There's no separation. There's no break for the eye to actually read anything in particular. I mean, the images are okay. But overall, fairly bland.
So this is an experience type scenario. This is like,
No, this is a stunt course.
Oh, okay. All right. So for kids as well.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but there's a stunt experience. I think you have to be a certain age to do the stunt course. It's a stunt course they set up. That's how they make money.
Oh.